nice out here today, isn't it?
Nice, foggy.
Well, I'm talking with George Sorensen. He's going to be explaining to us a little bit on stability and safety in small trailerable boats. Hardtoppers too, I believe, isn't there?
Yeah.
Is what things about your boat is hardtop?
Definitely. 9 and 10, even a 10 and a 12 foot.
What material are your boats made out of, George?
Fiberglass.
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 Why did you pick fiberglass?
Because of the versatility of it, you can do things with the shape, make shape. Wood, you almost cost a lot of wood.
Are these a heavy boat?
Heavy only because they've got a lot of material in it, but not unduly heavy.
Now you were telling me a little bit too about the oar locks. I've seen on competitor brands that the oar lock, of course, we rode these boats. We have pictures of everybody going around in their outboard box. But now the oar lock is made out of brass. Is that not right?
We got a silicon bronze.
Bronze.
Just recently we had it made not just out of bronze, which has been coming from the Orient. Now we have it made up in Linwood, Washington.
Really?
USA.
In Linwood, USA.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Finest bronze money can buy.
Great, good. Now, the competitor brands, I notice they use plastic. Why don't you use plastic? Why spend the extra money, George?
Because we don't want them to break. They say that they have a lifetime warranty. That's fine, but when you're 5 miles out from someplace trying to row this boat and the oar lock breaks, well, it isn't doing you a whole lot of good.
And you feel that bronze is that much stronger?
We will not have those problems, period.
Uh-huh.
Right. Definitely.
Now, what size of boats do you make?
8 foot, which is 7'7". 9 foot, 10 foot, 12, 15.
Why did you design just those? Why didn't you make like an 18 or a 20 foot? Why did you stay with the small boats?
Mostly affordability. Big ones may be out there one day in the future, but right now it's as big as we're going to go.
Uh-huh. With an average size, let's say I have a family of wife and 2 kids, what boat would you recommend that I use of the Sorensen family? What size boat would I need?
10 foot or 12 foot?
10 or 12?
More than that.
More than that. And how much outboard motor would I need, as far as motor power, would I need on a 10-foot boat, let's say?
10 foot. With an average family in it, you're not going to be in any big rush. So 10 horsepower?
10 horsepower.
Up to 15.
Up to 15. Well, I noticed that we had a lot of different things happening today with the boats and the different situations. We even saw a salmon caught or a fish caught of some type. I noticed that they're real stable. Did you design that into the boat itself for a particular reason, the stability?
For safety's sake.
For safety.
Right.
Was there something tricky that you did there that's different from any other boat? I see a lot of twin hulls on the water, twin hull boats. They seem to be stable too. What makes yours so much better or so much different?
The big thing is we took the consideration of stability side to side, which has still got the most stability for any boat's good size. And then we took the stability front to back, which the other brand that's out there now, or other brands, do not have.
Really? When you say side to side, what exactly do you mean?
Starboard to port.
Uh-huh. Is there some type of design in the bottom of the boat that is different because of that, or what?
Not particularly that. The bottom design is radically different for the stability fore to aft.
Oh. So you have to not only think side to side, but you have to think forward and aft too.
Go front and back just as much as you go side
Is
to
that?
side. That's right.
Okay. So then, when you designed this boat, did you take it just what off the top of your head? Have you done any type of computer work with it, or anything special to help you in a wind tunnel, or anything? Have you done anything special?
No, just a lot of common sense.
A lot of common sense. On the water, trial and error with it, basically?
On the drawing board, trial and error first.
Drawing board.
Yes. Nice way from that.
What was the first boat that you built?
12 foot.
The 12 foot. Why did you pick 12 feet?
That's good. I can't answer that question. I can't remember.
Uh-huh.
It just seemed to be the right size, and it turned out that it was.
A real popular boat. I know that I'd used the 12-footer and had a lot of good success and safety and stability with it myself. I've caught some nice fish in your 12-foot boat. The weight-wise, now, are your boats heavier than the average boat, or are they about the same weight as far as compared to all the other boats? Are all the 10-foot Sorensen, is that pretty much the same weight as any other boat of that size? Made out of fiberglass?
Awfully close to it. Any quality boat. Any boat that's got that much material in it, yes.
Now, I've talked to some guys, and they say about fiberglass work. You know, you need 2 or 3 ounce matting and 18, 24 ounce roving. What is considered state-of-the-art material in building a fiberglass boat?
I know the answer to that.
I don't know the answer. Your boat, you said, is somewhat stronger because it's built stronger. The material that's put into it makes it somewhat a little bit heavier because it is stronger. Or?
There's more material. It is the best of material. It's a combination of the materials that the industry considers to be the perfect match. It's the match of random fiber or chop material, as well as the roving.
Now, coming over the water here now, is that a 12-foot boat that's starting to come at us right now? Is that a 12-footer that we see here?
That is, yeah.
Now, the boat I'm looking at here, George, is that an 8-footer there, the little youngster's in, or a 9? And what's a recommended motor for that? That 9-footer, that's a nice boat.
Real nice boat.
What made you want to design the 9-footer? Why 9 feet? Why not 8.5 or something? Why 9? What made you pick 9?
The main reason is Detroit decided to downsize cars. So we decided to take the 10-footer, which normally was a car topper when we had big cars, reduce it down as little as possible, as necessary, and made the 9-footer, which now is a car topper for the downsized cars.
Just because Detroit made smaller cars, you decided to make a boat to fit it.
Got to be able to carry it safely.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, now what boat are we looking at here?
That's the 10-footer.
That's the 10-footer. What's the recommended motor for that boat?
15.
15-horse motor for that boat. That's a nice boat. I like the way the thing particularly moves through the water too. That's a nice riding boat.
It is. You put a lot more than one person in it too. Yeah.
I really like the way that boat rides through the water. It's stable. It's really clean. I noticed that the boat weight that it puts on is not that big. Not much weight.
It's not. That has to do with all of that.
Oh, it's a beautiful hull. Beautiful hull. It really is nice. Okay, so now the 10-foot has been real popular for you. Has that been a good selling boat? A lot of people like the 10.
Yeah.
Now the 12. We're looking at the 12 coming up now. Now, what are the advantages of the 12-footer?
It's a big boat. Awfully big boat with a small back.
It really does. A lot of power.
We handle up to 25 horsepower on that thing. Top 40 miles an hour with that one person. About 18 person, somewhere over 30.
Really, 25 horsepower motor, 40 miles an hour in a 12-foot boat.
Right.
That's incredible. I got to see that.
Don't have to have 25 horses today, but we'll do it.
That's a good boat. You can cover a lot of water in it. You know, I've been in the 12 myself. I've been up in the Straits of Juan de Fuca in that boat. I've had 4 people in it. I've even, I remember when I started my business, you let me use a 12-footer.
Remember that?
You're right. I took a lot of people chartering out of the Duwamish waterway fished in the 12-footer. So, yeah, that's my respect here. That's a good boat. Let's take a look at that as it goes by. Now I'm looking at the back end of that boat, the way the water's coming out of it. What exactly is happening there?
Water is the tunnel. It's actually creating a venturi. Notice the water between the skeg and the hull on either side of the skeg. That water is put under such a tremendous pressure that it creates a lift to the back of the boat. That's one of the advantages, and it is the part of the concept that pressure lifts the back end of the boat with very little horsepower. And that's something no other boat can do.
Just because of the tunnel design itself is what we saw there.
That's absolutely right.
Now, a lot of people like to scuba dive and get out on the water, you know, family recreation. Is this boat good for scuba diving?
Can't be beat.
Because of the stability of what we talked about earlier, is that why?
The stability and as well as the freeboard, yes.
Well, let's take a look at some divers in real use application. What do you think?
Great.
Okay.
Do that.
It's a tank! Would you do that again? Would you do that again? We need you to get that again.
We missed you, huh?
You know, it's amazing the stability of that boat. Now, those tanks, I know, because I'm a diver myself, those tanks weigh upwards of 60 pounds apiece.
Oh, they're heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy. And you get a couple of adults on one side of that boat, and that still had a lot of freeboard left.
Yeah, and a lot more to go.
Right. Well, we've talked about George. We've talked about the 8-footer, your 9, your 10, your 12. The 15 is something that you have to see to believe. I know I've caught a lot of nice fish in the 15. What's coming out new for Sorensen? You know, how many years have you been in business?
10 going on 11.
11 years in business. What for the future? What can the people that have been involved in watching growing over the years, what can they expect to see in the future?
Next step's 14.
14 foot.
14 is on the drawing board.
On the drawing board. Now, anything particular of interest that you want to share? Maybe just let out a secret or two?
Well, it's not going to be an extended 12, and it isn't going to be a shrunk down 15. It's going to be an individual all by itself.
An individual all by itself. Any particular colors? Do we have our choice? It can still be white and brown?
As long as you like white and brown.
As long as you like white
might
and
even make it white and gray.
As long as you make it white and gray. Okay, well, I tell you what, if you haven't had the opportunity to try a Sorensen boat, you might want to check them out. This is the doc telling you, keep your hook sharp and your leaders clean. George, it's always a pleasure to sit and talk to you on a nice day.
Same here, Dale. Same
okay,
here.
bye-bye.
They're heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy. And you get a couple of adults on one side of that boat, and that still had a lot of freeboard left.
Yeah, and a lot more to go.
Right. Well, we've talked about George. We've talked about the 8-footer, your 9, your 10, your 12. The 15 is something that you have to see to believe. I know I've caught a lot of nice fish in the 15. What's coming out new for Sorensen? You know, how many years have you been in business?
10 going on 11.
11 years in business. What for the future? What can the people that have been involved in watching growing over the years, what can they expect to see in the future?
Next step's 14.
14 foot.
14 is on the drawing board.
On the drawing board. Now, anything particular of interest that you want to share? Maybe just let out a secret or two?
Well, it's not going to be an extended 12, and it isn't going to be a shrunk down 15. It's going to be an individual all by itself.
An individual all by itself. Any particular colors? Do we have our choice? It can still be white and brown?
As long as you like white and brown.
As long as you like white
might
and
even make it white and gray.
As long as you make it white and gray. Okay, well, I tell you what, if you haven't had the opportunity to try a Sorensen boat, you might want to check them out. This is the doc telling you, keep your hook sharp and your leaders clean. George, it's always a pleasure to sit and talk to you on a nice day.
Same here, Dale. Same
okay,
here.
bye-bye. Notice the bow area in here, how it's not wet. That wave that hit us was approximately 2.5 to 3 feet high, and we have a dry bow. That's important when you're looking for safety and stability.